You played in the championship, you won a championship, you've coached him on. What does playing on championship weekend mean to you?
Oh, it's what college lacrosse is all about to me. You know, I was fortunate to go to 4 championship weekends when I was a player, and you know, several on the women's side as a coach, and you know, it's what you play for. Is that opportunity where they celebrate the best of college lacrosse, and that's the Final Four championship weekend. So it's awesome.
You mentioned that Coach March is going to tweak some things at this point of the year. How comfortable are you doing that this late in the season to mix things up if you have to?
I think we tweak everything every game. You know, like we try and game plan for the team we're playing against, and you know, Maryland's an excellent team, and Coach Tillman does an amazing job, and you know, we're just trying to find ways to put the ball in the back of the net. So, you know, we got to tweak things as best we can to try and find a way to do that.
What impresses you the most about this Maryland team?
Their defense, no question. It's amazing what they've done on limiting the teams they've played to the, you know, just a few goals, and we got our work cut out for us to compete. You know, we need to win the face-offs, the goalie play, try and at least compete, and try and get as many possessions as we can. This team likes to hold the ball and slow the game down.
Gary, you've seen him a couple times already, including this year, but just what is the challenge in facing a goaltender like Logan Mackey, and he's got so much experience?
Well, we've seen him once this year, and we had some good looks, but we didn't take great shots. So you really have to make sure you're getting good quality shots within your range. You can't just take, I hope they go in shots. You got to take the ones you know you can bury, and you know, try and get close to them so you can finish it, and try and get him out of rhythm a little bit. So, you know, it's about shot selection with him.
You've been around this team. Has there been any change over this last month that you've seen in the guys, or has it been same win the week, win the day mentality?
It's been win the day, win the week mentality, and you know, I think you really saw the buy-in when we went on our run, starting with the ACCs, and you know, it worked. So they were like, yeah, we're all in. So it's easy to get buy-in when you have success, and you know, they say success builds success, and you know, winning an ACC championship was huge for us, and it's, I think, developed some confidence to get us a couple playoff wins in the NCAA, and you know, we're just looking to win the next battle.
What's the most impressive thing you've seen from John Mullen this year, be it in the gym or in practice, like something that we wouldn't see?
You wouldn't see. Well, he can certainly do like back flips, front flips, all that fun stuff. So he's super athletic. Smile? How about that? I've seen a smile a couple times, so that's something you might not see.
Is there something that you can tell players and people that haven't been there, drawing on your experience? I mean, it's a different type of weekend, a different type of atmosphere.
Yeah, you know, I've been trying to pass along, you know, preparation skills and teach them how to prepare and how to handle pressure and all of that. And that, you know, a lot of that comes from my experience, and I think the way I like to approach games and playing and handling pressure, and so they've been doing the mental training and preparing themselves, and I think they've been doing a pretty good job considering the pressure they've been under. They look pretty cool, you know, in 3 one-goal games and in the last 3 games, so I'm pretty happy with what they're doing right now.
You've mentioned the mental training and how you think that the team has improved with that. How do you prep for or train for those kinds of big moments and the mental aspect of it?
Well, it's about having some little techniques, like visualization's obviously one of them, mantras and keyword associations to get yourself out of funks, you know, a bunch of different things that you need to work on daily to prepare. How do I stop thinking about, you know, a bad shot I took? Easy, or a mistake you made. You got to focus on something else, and there's a way to train yourself to change that focus. So those are the types of things we work on.
2 more questions. Gary, you've been here for 4 years, and each year you've made a step from a losing season almost in the tournament quarterfinal to the Final Four. years. What's been your view of that journey in making a step forward every year?
Well, it's it's what when I was hired, it's kind of the process I said it would take. It would take a few years. Maybe I said 4, maybe I didn't. I don't know, but about that amount of time to kind of get us where we need to be. And for us, I think it was really recruiting and getting the players here, and then it was creating the culture we need. And so everything's gone along the path that I thought it would so far, and we put ourselves in a position to have a chance. And if you'd asked me when I took the job, year 4, yeah, that would be great. If we could get there by then, that would be awesome.
Final
So,
question.
Do you see it as an advantage that you're facing a team that you already played earlier this season?
I always say that it's tougher to be the team that won than it is to be the team that lost, as far as preparation goes. Now, if a team's just way better than you, that's something else. But because you can make changes because what you did before didn't work. Whereas if you won, it's hard to make changes because you won. Like, do you want to change it? Who knows what happens if you change it, right? You got to take chances like that. And certainly that's something we talked about when we played Notre Dame. Do we tweak things? Do we change things, or go with the same game plan? We actually tweaked a few things and did some things different because of that philosophy.